Before we do anything else, checking the audio. Checking the audio. Before we do anything else, all right, audio seems good. All right, thank you. Yes, we are back with Dark Souls 3. We have made quite a bit of progress as a game. I know I said we're actually in the home stretch this time. I suspect that as long as I can get like uninterrupted longer streams, I can probably finish this game in like 2 sessions, maybe 3. It depends on some certain functions or certain elements. So anyway, yes. So last we left off, we went down into the gardens of Lothric Castle, and we ended up going into an underground passageway that led us to Asarius, the Consumed King, the King of Lothric itself, who had been obsessed with obtaining the power of dragons and had slowly become a horrible dragon-like creature. After defeating him, we found what appeared to be almost like a parallel world of ours, in an iteration of the world where us, the Unkindled One, or the various Unkindled, did not rise out of their graves, and their bell did not toll, so the Age of Fire ended, and the Age of Dark began. And yes, we went to Archdragon Peak, the perhaps not real dream state that dragon worshippers end up meditating about and perhaps ascending to. And we went through there and we defeated the Nameless King, who very likely is Gwen's unnamed child. Or, not unnamed, but rather the child, his firstborn, that betrayed him and ended up being banished from Anor Londo, the City of the Gods, and having his kind of godly status revoked, and like every statue of him destroyed, and every writing of his name burned, so that he would be completely forgotten and unnamed. And now with technically with Gwen being long at this point, probably long dead, time is convoluted in Dark Souls, but with Gwen probably having died long ago, the Nameless King would be the rightful heir to the throne. But being a king being a god with no name, a former god with no name, he truly, appropriately, he would be a nameless king. So, we did go up this way a little bit. However, I did not go all the way up, so we're going to continue up on this way. Yeah, up there is the guy that tosses the shit that, I think it's a Lloyd Talisman, or at least something equivalent, to where, it makes me unable to use my Estus. Alright. I see you. Alright, chunks. Our sword is plus 10, yes. And we buffed it with a... oh shit. Yes, our sword is plus 10. It is the max level we can get the sword, and I buffed it with heavy so that it scales with strength. Much better than it already did before. Ow. Ow. I'm very fortunate that Lloyd Talisman did not hit me, because I very much need to heal. Ah, shit. Oh dear. I wasn't sure what I was stuck on. Oh. Ow. Oh, yes, that reminds me. So, I'm playing a female character. The reason being that this entire stream was at the request of a very good friend of mine, Kelsey. She, of which this character is named. Ta-da. Yeah, she was very interested in the series, and I was like, hey, I've been meaning to play through Dark Souls 3. for a while now. Again, I've beaten the game before, but I was like, yeah, I'll stream it if you want, and I believe, yeah, the first episode, I believe I called the first episode 1.5, because technically I went through up to the Champion Gundyr fight, and a little bit further than that, where you actually get to the Lothric Castle walls. I got through all that when she was actually, like, present, so that part ended up not being streamed. But anyway, yeah, so we are now ascending our way through Lothric Castle. Bonfire is lit. A man wearing the Artorias set. And I can't tell if that's the Artorias Greatsword or not. Artorias is a fucking badass, but we don't need a help. Big and strong. Oh, hi. Ooh, the Great Lance. Let's read that. Let's see, spear weapons. Here it is. This lance features a long pole and was originally intended for the use of by knights for jousting. This weapon is primarily used in charging attacks and would require tremendous strength and dexterity to be wielded by a mere foot soldier. 2116, not it's not too terribly high. Oh. So, I very much want to go down here. Undead Bone Shard. That's a dead end, probably. Oh dear. This is why we have Flaming Sword. Hello. Ow. Look. I really don't like the Pus of Man enemies. They're just... It's the fact that they're so fucking big, and they're so... It's just hard to tell, like, they don't look like anything you can really predict. They're just kind of a blobous mass. Like, the snakehead, sure, you can tell when that's coming to bite, but so much of it is just like, I don't know what it's doing, I can't tell if it's turning or attacking or... Oh. Crystal Lizard... Oh dear. Nope, go away. More Twinkling Titanite. Alright. Let's see what's... Ow. Ow, shit. Ow. It's a problem of it's one of the disadvantages of using this such a big sword is that enemies that are fast, you tend to get stuff like this. Doesn't matter, he's so fucking slow and predictable. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright. Winged Knight Halberd. Sniper crossbow and some bolts. Illusionary wall ahead. I'll give it to you. You got me. Alright, so let's see. Back this way, and then we can rest at a bonfire real quick. And we got a bone shard. So the choice is whether or not to return to Primary Shrine. Yeah, so now there are 2 wyverns that are hanging out. They're big fire boys and they are angry. Some chunks. Yeah, this seems like the area of like, hey, if you don't have a plus 8 or 9 weapon, 7, 8, 9 weapon, go get one. Oh dear. Let's focus on the archer. Oh shit. And he didn't die, that sucks. Got his foot. I got his little feetsies. Oof. Oof. Nope. Oh, that bolt could fucking finish me. Yes. Sorry about that. Oof. Alright. Oh, that's bullshit. Yeah, Souls is funky like that. Alright. Alright. There. Eh. Let's see, up. Let's go this way first. Because, yeah, I think this is just this section here. So that is, like, kind of the most, like... Oof, you got a fucking lightning sword. Oh, that would have been so sick. Wait, do you have... No, I was about to say, do you have the same fucking sword I do? Yeah, so that is, the fact that they're, like, clearly, like, kneeling for their, like, fallen comrades and shit. It shows, because these are almost certainly hollow. These are almost certainly, like, hollowed out, undead, whatchamacallit. But, like, the hollows we're normally fighting are, like, these guys. Where they just kind of don't care and they just kind of stand around. They're your zombies where they just stand around and exist until something walks up that they care about. Namely, a human. Raw gem. Let's see. Yes, I remember now. Look. That fucking thing. The fucking... Guts Berserk armor iced up. Ow. Being frostbitten right now would not be good. Oof, you live. Airfill Rapier. Open! Titanite Scale. Open! Spirit Tree Crest Shield. So, cool. dropping off just in case. Because I don't think any of these are mimics. Twinkly Titanite. I'll be honest, I don't remember what the Twinkling Titanite actually... I know it's an upgrade item, but I don't remember for the life of me what it actually does. Rapiers. Rapiers, daggers. Yes. Thrusting Sword, bestowed upon the Outrider Knights of the Boreal Valley. This weapon is shrouded in frost and causes frostbite. Every Outrider Knight one day develops into a beast, constantly hounded by Pontiff Sullivan's black eyes. So yeah, Pontiff Sullivan's still a fuck. Spirit Tree Crest Shield. A knight's shield engraved with a crest depicting a spirit tree. One of the enchanted blue shields. Spirit tree greatly reduces lightning damage. So that is your, hey, if you want to go fight the Nameless King and you're using a shield and you don't have a good lightning shield, go get that shield. Get a good shield. I need to run along to the right. Actually... Trying to think, because I think this might kind of be yeah, okay. Just to confirm my theory. Oh, we gotta fight this fucking thing after all. I'm really glad that killed him, because this would have been a bad place to be in that corner. Hello. No, it isn't. Shit. Because, okay, so you run into the problem. Let me explain what's going on here. All right. Ow. Oh no!